Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2025 Ford Mustang. We're going to be covering, I actually did a video not too long ago about all the different changes from 24 to 25 for the Ford Mustang. And now what we're doing is we're going to break through and go through each of the different trim levels and go through what's standard and what's optional and what's available for you on the Ford Mustang Ecoboost trim level. So we're going to dive in and do this. If you like videos like this, maybe you're looking to get a Mustang, then you might want to go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss any of these videos when we go through this, because they're very impactful for you, especially if you're wanting to custom order a Mustang. This will help you out. And if you are custom ordering a Mustang, then check out our live stream every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central, where we go through scheduling information for you, or at least catch that Wednesday video where we go over scheduling for your orders once they're submitted. So order banks are open up right now, and we are taking orders as well. We'll have more information about that, as well as ordering tips with our YouTube special at the end. Check out the timestamp for that, as well as any of the timestamps if you want to move around in this video or revisit anything. This is a source for you out there. So, all right. That said, let's go ahead and dive in here and talk about this. And we will always usually start with talking about the mechanical features first. So let's talk about the different available options for you on this. And we're going to actually pull up Ford's website, because they do have the build and price available. So we'll go up here and go to vehicles and the cars, Mustangs. And you're going to see 24 because there's still inventory for 24. And as long as that's there, you're going to see build and price available for 24 model year. But we do want to click on this 25 model year Mustang so that we can go ahead and build one of those. So as long as it says 25 build and price, we should be on the 25 model year. We'll just double check. Yep, 25 right there. Start our build, and we can see what's available. So for this year, same as it was for last year, we have Ecoboost, we have Ecoboost Premium, GT Premium, and then we do have Dark Horse to the right. And actually, they have a separate one. They have Dark Horse Premium as a separate trim level for this year. So there we go. That's actually new. Actually, I don't think it's a different trim level when I look at it, but they are changing it there. Now, you will see fastback on all of these, but we'll talk about convertible, because you can get a convertible, as you see right down here, on about all trim levels except for GT. So there you go. So we'll talk about that. So it's available in fastback or convertible. So that kind of clues you into something right there, starting at $31,920 before your destination charge, by the way. So we're going to talk about different powertrain options first. These are EcoBoost trim. So just like it sounds, they're going to come standard with a 2.3 liter EcoBoost motor that comes with it, and all come with a 10-speed automatic transmission with the select shift. Select shift means you can put it in like a manual mode and shift it up and down like a manual transmission on the gear shifter. So we do not have paddle shifters. Just make sure everybody knows that. Although you're going to get auto start stop as well with all these. So you brake the vehicle, it's going to shut the vehicle off, let go of the brake, or even turn the steering wheel a little bit. It'll turn the vehicle back on so you're ready to go. That kind of helps with emissions. Some people like that, but you can deactivate that for each engine cycle by pressing a little somewhere on the vehicle, an A with a circle around it. I can't remember where it's at on the Mustang, but you can do that. Also with this, kind of let people know before we get into any more, you can get this in a convertible, is optional. And there's some things that come with the convertible when you do select that. We'll talk about that as we go through the different standard features. You do have to go to a 101A equipment group to get the convertible. So everything we're talking about in this section will be the standard features for the 100A. 101A gets you some things, but you do have to get convertible. You have to go to 101A equipment group. So it's an extra $2,000 to go to that. So that is required. So just to kind of make sure everybody knows that. Also, they're going to come geared with a 3.15 limited slip rear axle on this. Selectable drive modes as well. I don't have those listed here. Ford didn't have it on the order guide, but I believe it's normal, eco, probably a slippery mode, sport mode, probably. There's usually about 4 to 5 different drive modes for you. You will have electric parking brake as well, so you can just press it or pull it when you need for either setting it or unlocking that. We have electronic line lock. That's only available for track use. So you can put it in track mode. So there you go. There's another drive mode I forgot about. Track mode that gives you the electric line lock as well to keep you going where you need to. Fixed top mounts for the front struts, and we mentioned that as being fixed because when we talk about other trim levels, that could change, right? Or different packages. Independent rear suspension as well, so this is going to give you a really good ride and help with some of that. Also, you have some track apps as well. Speaking of track use earlier, track apps that are available too. And then you have the electric power assist steering e-pass with selectable effort. So you do have that power assist steering, but you also have different modes for different steering feel when you're driving the vehicle. Mustang's like the only one of the Ford vehicles that have that. Pretty cool on how that all works. So there's all of our mechanical features. We'll get into, as I mentioned, some of the convertible features if you elect to go with the convertible. And I know you do have to go to 101A to get those, but we'll talk about those as we go through this, especially on the exterior features here. Now, let's get into some of the safety features. And with this, I don't really have a lot of slides. You can't see any of that features on there. But for the safety features, we do have airbags. Driver knee airbag is going to be standard. Driver and passenger side impact airbag. The fastbacks will have it on the first and second row seats. Convertible, just the front row seats. So that's going to put an airbag on the side of the seat. So if you have that side collision come in and hit you, it'll deploy the airbag. Dual front airbags for the driver and front passenger. A dual stays airbag depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. Will deploy a different size airbag. Also, glove box door integrated knee airbag for the front passenger as well. So not forgetting about them. And then on your convertibles, you will have a head driver and passenger head side airbag for the convertibles only. And then side curtain airbags for your fastback only for the first and second row. That's going to deploy down from the roof and come down from the side to help from breaking glass coming in, everything like that. There you go. I think I covered all that. Advanced track with electronic stability control. Go on that to help keep you on your intended path. Maybe you go take that curve. Maybe you take a little too fast. You're in a Mustang, right? You take a little too fast. It'll help, break it where it needs to keep you going on your where you need to go. I've actually experienced that in my Mach-E and works pretty well. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. It has pedestrian detection, front collision warning, and dynamic brake support. Those all kind of work together. So if there's someone in front of you or, even a pedestrian coming by or your car going slower than you, it'll alert, put a flash red on the screen with pre-collision assist and a series of tones that you need to stop, hit your brakes, preloads those brakes for you, dynamic brake support. That's what that means. And so you brake really fast. Post-impact braking. So if you do have that accident, it's going to brake the vehicle post-impact in case you're unconscious or you forget. It's frantic. You just had an accident. Sometimes the mind doesn't think of everything. It's going that fight or flight kind of mode there. SOS post-crash alert system. Also, if you're off the side of the road, it'll honk the horns, flash the lights until you're able to shut them off. If you're conscious, if you're unconscious, it keeps going so people know, hey, there's somebody down there that needs help. And so it alerts that system there. Lane keeping system. This system for this year includes 4 features of that. You have your lane keeping assist, alert, driver alert, and road departure warning. So see if I can break these out. What the lane keeping assist will do is help try to assist you in staying in your lane. So it might try to see those lines and bring you back in. If those lines are faded, it may not see them. Now the alert will do is, if you have it set on that, is you might cross over that line, but it'll vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. And then you also have the road departure warning. And I really haven't done a lot of research on this, but if not only those lines, but if you're going to go over the edge, right, some of those roads are real narrow, it's going to alert you of that too and try to it does say it's a warning. So it'll warn you that that's happening as well. And then driver alert. Driver alerts, if you're not paying attention, taking your hands off the steering wheel too often, it's going to alert you that you need to maybe pull over and have some coffee, something like that. So all right, now let's get into the exterior features. We'll bring this back in here to the website so we can kind of go over that. So here's the front of the vehicle. We'll start there. The grille is going to be a black molded in grille up here. We'll have the pony on the front grille, just like you're seeing here. Auto headlights. So those headlights come on automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light. If it has an auto setting, which when you start the vehicle defaults to that. LED projector headlights with the configurable daytime running lights. Those are that's standard equipment. LED signature lighting as well. That's the 3 lights at the top up there, which looks really cool. Auto high beams as well. So like your automatic headlights, turns those high beams on if it's dark outside. If you're in the city lights, or if you're a vehicle approaches you, it shuts. It'll deactivate, shut them off. Now that is a feature you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screen. Unique front fascia as well for this. So you're going to see that down in here. It's going to be body color down there, black down there, and as well, I believe you have active grille shutters down there too. It doesn't mention in the order guide, but I believe you have that as well. Now for your hood. For this year, I think it started last year, you have hood struts. So that means you can pop that hood. You don't have to worry about that support beam putting it up. It's going to have those struts that holds it up. Also, rain sensing wipers, standard equipment as well for the Ecoboost trim, believe it or not. So that means you can have it in that intermittent setting with the rain sensing wipers activated. It's going to turn the wipers on when it needs to. The faster it rains, the harder it rains, the faster it'll wipe. So get that straight there. Now, let's move around. Let me find an image here from the side here that I'd like to use. There you go. We can go with that one there. So the wheels are an 18 by 8-inch machine face aluminum wheel with a high gloss ebony black painted pockets. So that's, I think, pretty similar to the wheel last year. The tire is a 235/50 ZR18 all season black sidewall tire for you. Individual tire pressure monitoring system, vented 4-wheel disc power brakes as well. That's going to all come with it. Now, it does say in here pony applique badge, and I put it on here thinking it was on the side, but I think that was to dictate on the front and the back about the pony being on there. And then we do have the mirrors are going to be a body colored, in this case, the whites, mirror caps, manual folding, and power glass. So you can adjust it as well there. It will have the blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror unless you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, backing up, cross traffic alert and cross traffic braking. Which is really nice. So what that's going to do is if there's someone coming behind you, it's going to alert you series of tones that you need to not back up. And if you do, it's going to brake the vehicle if you're not paying attention in that sense. Also, you do have the rear traffic indicator and exit warning. So this is new. Mustang last year was the first one introduced to this. So if there's like a bike or pedestrian coming by you, you don't want to open your doors into them, right, and hurt somebody or mess up your door, right? So this is going to warn you of that as well if you're exiting. So it'll uses those same sensors for the bliss and cross traffic to let you know that there's someone coming by and that you need to maybe not exit or open your door. So that's pretty cool on how that works. We do have intelligent access with push button start. So leave that key fob in your pocket. Put your hands in the door handle, automatically unlocks the vehicle, allow you to get in and out and start the vehicle without and then get the keys out of your pocket. We do also have remote keyless entry on that remote too. So you can still unlock and lock it from a distance too. So easy fuel capless filler door. So no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. You just, let me see if I get an image of that. There you go, right there. Just push that in. It opens up. Fill that up. Just shut the door when you're done. No cap to worry about, leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Don't have the size of the fuel tank on this one, but let's talk about some convertible top things that are going to come standard when you do elect to go with the optional convertible. And that is you're going to have a center latch for the convertible top. Just in the middle, you just turn it so then you can have it go back. It is a fully electric, so electromagnetical drive for that, so it can go, that top can come back. It is a fully lined cloth top, will be black, so that'll be nice as well. It'll look real sharp. See, can I select convertible on this? I guess we do that at the beginning. Here, let's go back. Let's go back and go back again and again. There we go. Ford, you got to have a better way of doing that. But all right, let's look at the convertible so you can kind of should have had that up before we start talking about this. So there you go. So we do have that black convertible top. It will have a rear glass and I believe rear defrost in that back glass too for these. Power top, latch, as I mentioned, fully lined cloth top. Also with the convertibles, you will also get a security package of standard equipment. Optional in the fastback. We'll get into that optional equipment just a little bit. It does have the active anti-theft system that comes with that. We also have locking center console. So if you have a convertible top, people can, they really could rip into it. I've never had it happen on my Bronco, but could happen. So that allows you to be able to put a lock on the center console, and wheel locking kit comes with this as well. So kind of a nice security package there that's standard on convertibles. But remember, convertible is not available to 100A. We'll have to go up to the 101A. Now, Something else that's on the convertibles, you get an active noise cancellation. So make it a little bit quieter because of the convertible top. So that helps out cancel out some of the noise out there. And on the fastbacks only, you get electronic sound enhancer. So I have this kind of on the Mach-E, and it kind of boosts the sound of the vehicle. So it's kind of cool to have. So there you go. Now on the back, we do have the rear defroster. We'll keep with this back here. I will also have the rear parking sensors back here. So as you're backing up, you're going to get alerted if you get too close to anything. Rear view camera will be a digital, so much better enhanced image there for the rear view camera. LED tail lights with the sequential turn signals like they've been having for years now. Unique rear valance to the Ecoboost, so it'll have a little bit different look to it. Let's see if I can get a better image of that. No, guess not. That might be the best image right there. So there you go. Unique rear valance back there. You have a dual exhaust with the rolled tips that are going to be a bright finish on those. You will have a tire inflator and sealant kit instead of a spare tire or standard equipment. We'll talk about options when we get to option equipment here in just a little bit. Now, let's get into the interior. Man, that looks a little dark. We'll talk about colors in a little bit, but I'm going with this just so you can see. Okay, it doesn't look that much better, but anyway, inside floor mats, front row carpeted floor mats that are going to be black, not rear carpeted mats, so just front. In unique door trim, you can actually see it here. So if it's black, it'll be black. Otherwise, it'll be this color. So unique door trim as well as there. Full console coming through here, as you can see there. So full armrest, so you can again, that can be popped open. Be locking if it's a convertible, right? The seat is going to be a 6-way manual driver seat. That means it'll go forward and back with the lever underneath the front seat, up and down, and also the recline. 4-way manual passenger seat, which means it won't go up and down, just forward and back, and the recline for you. Cloth bucket seats for the front, for all the seats, especially the front seats. Bucket in the front. Rear seat will be a split bench seat. Really just seats two back there, but it is kind of a little bit divided. It does have bolsters for those rear seats. A split bench seat for the fastbacks only. So if you have a fastback, it'll have a split bench 50-50, so you can fold that down, be able to get to the stuff in to the trunk area. 4-way adjustable head restraint for the front seats. So that means they'll go up and down, and they should go forward and back. So there you go. Latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children for the rear seats back there. So you can anchor those car seats down into there, whether it be front or rear facing. And for the power doors and locks, I like to go to this image for this. So we do have power windows for you. Front one touch up and down. So that means the driver and front passenger window are going to be one touch. So you just press it down fully, and then you let go, and it'll roll them down. I have to hold them, pull it up to feel that click, and it'll do the same thing going up. Power door locks as well are going to be on this. They're going to be on the door right over there. Steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel, even on the Ecoboost trim, is going to be a vinyl steering wheel here, vinyl wrapped. Audio controls on the steering wheel, cruise control as well, and manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Pull the lever underneath, and that steering wheel will go up and down, forward and back. All right. Also, you'll see productivity screen here is a 12.4-inch LCD digital cluster. So you'll see how that looks. So you have two individual screens here, and this is the digital cluster that's 12.4. This screen's at 13.2. We'll get to that in just a second. Climate control is a dual zone auto climate control. You have a cabin particulate air filter as well. I don't always talk about that in my videos, but most vehicles have it. Audio controls is a 6-speaker audio, AM, FM stereo, MP3 capable as well. And for that 13.2-inch screen, it'll be the Sync 4.0 QNX system. So it's different than any of the others and any of the Ford vehicles in a sense. Same screen size. It looks a lot like the Escape one, but the interface on that is a different upgraded 4.0 QNX system. Enhanced voice recognition system, information on demand panel. You can see that right over there. You can just pull that over, just swipe over, and it switches spots with that. You have wireless phone connection, cloud connected. You'll have the 911 assist. You'll have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, digital owner's manual that's available, and conversational voice command recognition, which means you don't have to hit the button for it to listen. You can actually say like, okay, Ford, or hey, Ford, and you can set that up in the settings when you get in the vehicle to do that. Smart charging USB ports, you'll get 2 of those. I believe those are going to be connected down here in the media hub area. Let's see what else. The mirror. Let's go to this 360 so we can see that mirror. So on the EcoBoost, it does say in here that it's a manual flip framed rear view mirror. So a lot of times you'll see a frameless in some of the others, and actually that looks frameless, but it does say framed rear view mirror. Manual flip means that day and night switch for that. And then also sunglass bin for the fastbacks only, so you won't see it here. But on the fastbacks, you'll have a sunglass bin up there. You won't have it here because you have that latch and such. Um, 2 PowerPoints in there, so that's PowerPoints are those round things, not like Excel or something like that. It's not Microsoft PowerPoint, but you'll have 2 PowerPoints that you can plug in. Those older, maybe wireless charging things, or maybe you have some devices, radar detectors or something you want to plug into those. I won't get into that. Glove box that is lockable door right here, so you can lock up. You will do have the leather wrap gear shift knob, so it'll be leather wrapped on the side of there, as well as the boot down below. And then Ford Pass Connect allows you to stay connected to your vehicle with the 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspots for up to 10 different devices. You have to sign up for a subscription through AT&T after 3 months. Does have also with the Ford Pass Connect, you can remote start the vehicle from anywhere for your automatics. Manuals, you can't do that. You can unlock and lock it from anywhere. Schedule remote start times. You can find your located parked vehicle and your vehicle status in the way of tire pressure and fuel as well through that system. So that's all of our standard equipment. Let's talk about some color options. You see in here, we do have 2 different color options. Let me make sure my sheet's right here. For the interior, you do have cloth seats. You have either the black onyx. So we'll show you what that looks like. Switching that to black, you can see black seats completely. The lower, the environment, the upper, this is a convertible, so it will anyway. And then the lower part as well. If you go with the space gray, you'll see how that changes. So gray inserts in the doors. Otherwise, I think everything is going to be black. Now on the fastback, it might be gray up here. Let's see if we can do that. Let's switch back over to fastback, probably for the rest of the video here, so you can see on the interior what that's going to look like. So there's what the black looks like, and there's a space gray. So the either way, it's going to be black on the upper part, even on the fastback. So there's your interior options. Now let's go to exterior. Let's go to colors. Actually, paint is right up here. Let's talk about colors for a second. For this, we do have the Oxford white, of course, we've been seeing. You do have molten magenta tricoat. It's $9.95 for that color. That is a new color for this year. We do have race red is back by popular demand. It's $2.95 for that color. We do also have, is that velocity blue? Grabber blue metallic. That's what I have on my Mach-E. I love it. That color is also $2.95 extra. Like this is vapor blue, also $2.95 for that color. Shadow black, I believe. There you go. No cost for that color. I think this one was the Oxford white we had. Yep, there we go. And then we also do have iconic silver metallic being removed from a lot of other vehicles, but not on the Mustang. So you do have that. And I believe this one's carbonized and doesn't cost for that color or for the carbonized gray metallic, which is also back as well. So we'll talk about over-the-top stripes, but there's 3 different options for the over-the-top stripe as well as hood stripe. We'll get into that here when we get to optional equipment in just a little bit. We'll talk about all that stuff, matte film. We'll get into all that when we get to optional equipment here, which we're going to talk about. But first, let's talk about the 101A equipment group. So everything we talked about so far is part of the 100A. 101A also required to get the convertible top. That is going to include some of these features here. So for $2,095, you do have, let me get my right notes here. You do have that package. That's going to give you, go from 6-speaker to 9-speaker stereo system. Also does get you the heated seat for the driver and front passenger as well. Also for your audio controls, gives you the Sirius XM with a 360L and HD radio. You get 3 months for free. After that, you will have to pay for a subscription. Also, I had a note in here that this changed the tires from last year. I don't see that in the note in here for this year. And then also the seats. 6-way power driver seat with power lumbar. Still going to be cloth, as they say, with the vinyl trim. So there you go. there's that package there. So there you go. It gets you the heated seats, upgraded audio, Sirius XM, and the power driver seat with that package right there. So there's all of our standard equipment and part of that package. But we're going to get into optional. There's a couple other packages that we want to talk about too, moving down here. So let's talk about those. One of them is the Nite Pony package, $13.95 for that package. So get you some upgrades here. So now this is not available with your wheel and stripe package on the Ecoboost. Not available with your bronze appearance package for the. Now this is just on. I guess that's not available on Ecoboost. Also not available with the upgraded Premier polished wheel or the 20-inch wheel, and I don't know actually if we have those. Not available with over-the-top stripe for the this package, and not available with the other wheels. So it's kind of there's 3 different wheel options. So let me look at the notes on here because this is based just on the Ecoboost trim. In here, the only thing it says that on the Nite Pony package that it is not available with the wheel and stripe package, and not available with the over-the-top opacity fade accent stripe. So those are the 2 things not available with, and does include a black painted roof, except when ordered with a shadow black paint, or the convertible, of course, wouldn't have it on that. So 19-inch by 8.5-inch ebony black painted aluminum wheel. Also gets the black front and rear pony badges, and also gets the black mirror caps as well, and the black deck lid spoiler that's painted shadow black, and then also black painted roof, and the headlights are with the black bezels as well. So it kind of gives it that look. So you can kind of see that right in here. So there you go. In the spoiler, there are some changes they did. I actually don't have the updated order guide, but we do also have they kind of changed the style on that. In fact, let me make sure I get that right for you guys. So let me pause this just for a second. Let me get those notes. Okay, so yeah, I was correct on that. They did update the order guide just today, and it does look like in here that it's still saying the deck lid spoiler is the same blade deck lid spoiler painted black. So I think that image is showing it from the GT, and on the premium vehicles, it's a different spoiler. So anyway, so there you go. That's what you're going to have on that. It does say again, not available with the wheel and stripe package or the available wheels. Wheel option 642, not available with the over-the-top opacity fade accent stripe, and then also includes a black painted roof, except when you order this with the convertible or the black paint. So there you go. There's that. And then next package is the wheel and stripe package, $8.95 for that package, and that package there does not available with the over-the-top racing stripe, the matte clear film, the Mustang Nite Pony package, or the wheel option 642, which is the 8.5 by 19 polished aluminum wheel. This package will include the 19-inch by 8.5-inch machine face aluminum wheel with the tarnished dark painted pockets, the hood stripe, and the side stripe. So there you go. You don't get the over the top because it's a different stripe pattern there for you. So not showing you what that looks like in here, but let's go ahead and add it. Oops, wrong one. We're going to add this, and it'll tell you it's not compatible with that. So we'll say yes. All right. So you can kind of see with this gray, you get that hood stripe and side stripe. So you'll get that on there. And then, of course, the different wheel. So there you go. That's what that kind of looks like on the gray right there. So you can kind of see how that'll look. So hood stripe, side stripe. The over-the-top stripe will be different. So we'll talk about that here when we get to just some different optional packages and standalone options here, which actually we're ready for. So let's jump into that. All right, so let's start by talking about optional equipment. Let's start with the wheels here first. Of course, the standard wheel is this 18-inch machine face aluminum wheel with the high gloss ebony black painted pockets wheels. Those are standard wheel. Now, there are a couple different that are part of those packages we just talked about. So this one over here that you see is part of the Nite Pony package. So it does require, you'll see that it does say Nite Pony package. So for that wheel there. So, and then this wheel down here we talked about is part of the wheel and stripe package. So requires that one. So there's really, in a sense, one optional wheel if you don't select one of those packages. And that's this one right here, which is a 19 by 8.5-inch Premier polished aluminum wheel. That wheel is optional for you and is available on either the 100A or 101A So it also includes a 255/40 R19 W rated tire, it says. And again, just like you'd expect, this is not available with the wheel and stripe package or the Nite Pony package because they get their own wheel. So there you go. Now, and then the tire probably is going to go along with that. So there you go. There's that. Also, actually, it'll probably be down here a little bit. We'll talk about it in just a second. Let's get keep going along with some exterior options, and I'm going to try to mark these off as we go through them so we make sure we get everything and there's not something missing off the build and price here. It's usually pretty good. All right. We do have the active valve performance exhaust is $12.25 for that. And that exhaust gives you, as you can see there, a little bit different look. It includes the quad chrome tips back there. This is available on the Ecoboost and the Ecoboost Premium, as it says there. Includes the quad tips available on the 100 or 101A equipment group. Either one of those, you can get that exhaust tip. So there you go. Active valve also means that you can adjust the sound of it. So when you're in the neighborhood and all that, you can make it quieter, and then you can make it a little bit louder when you get out on the road or whatever. Full indoor vehicle cover, gray, $600 for that one. Let me find it on here because I believe, yes, that is a dealer installed option. So it would be shipped to the dealer. The dealership would put it in the vehicle, typically not on the vehicle. But you do have a couple options on it. You have the gray and the black. So that's got a cover that's going to go on the vehicle. So that's available. Now, it does say in here that available with the Nite Pony package if ordered in the black. So it looks like the black one is only if you order the Nite Pony package. So those are your two options there. Mini spare tire and wheel. So that is available. That replaces the tire and inflator and sealant kit, of course, available on either the 100 or 101A equipment group there. So you can get either one of those. Wait, one of those. Hold on. Let me look back about this. Oh, I was just looking at the indoor covers. So you have an indoor black indoor cover. That one there is this one here. This gray one's available, but on the Nite Pony package, you get if you select to go, it's $480, comes with the Nite Pony package. So if you go that route, but there also is an outdoor vehicle cover that's $600 as well. So those are your options on that. So, and that's all those available with either one of the two equipment groups. All right, engine block heater. That is it's definitely a factory option there. So that's going to allow you to be able to warm up the vehicle in the winter. See, it kind of gives you a plug in the grill. So that's available in Ecoboost or Premium in the 100 or 101A equipment group, it looks like. And so if you live in those cold weather states, you might want to get that. You definitely would want to get it from the factory as well. So, all right, moving down. Looks like that's all the exterior options here. Now this in here says black deck lid, spoiler, painted shadow black. That's if you elect to go with the Nite Pony package. So that's why you might not see that selected. Now, moving down to the interior, we do have cloth bucket seats and this cloth vinyl trim seats. So the difference on that is that package we talked about where I got those different seats. Right, wasn't that the Nite Pony package seats? Doesn't mention it in there. But let's click on it. Let's find out. Little eye sitting here going through this. So the bucket seats or the cloth buckets are standard on Ecoboost and GT in black onyx and space gray. Included in the Ecoboost High, that's that 101. That's that 101A equipment group, GT High. So that's when you go that 101A equipment group. That's what I forgot about that. You get the other seat with the cloth and vinyl. So there you go. That's part of that 101A. So that'll be selected if you selected 101A. All right, moving down. Sorry, I'm processing it with you guys here. Moving down, carpeted floor mats, left side, front, and then rear with logo. So I guess the driver doesn't get one, or wait, no, driver gets one, and then the rear, 270. I did see this on another vehicle recently. I'm not sure what it is. It's a dealer installed option. They'll put it in your vehicle when it comes in, but it is kind of a weird left side, front, and I assume both rear with the logo. So carpeted floor mat. So not sure why the probably the difference is on this is that where you just get front floor mats before, now if you want the rear ones too, you order that, and then they upgrade the driver's one with the logo on it. That'd be my only assumption on that. We do have, after that, the premium floor liners front and rear with a carpeted mat. So you still get the front carpeted mats, but then also get those. that'd come from the factory, so it'd be with the vehicle when it comes in. I'm also showing that there's also, there's one down here without the carpeted mat. So if you don't want the carpeted mat, save $30 and select that option as well right there. And then we do have the cargo area protector. So that's going to be in the rear. So that is available, $180. So if you want to protect the rear instead of, because it's cloth back there. So if you want to do that, then you would elect to go with that. And that is a dealer installed option. So it'll be shipped to the dealership and they would slip it in your vehicle for you there. Cargo organizer, large and standard. Those are dealer installed options. You can get through Ford Accessories. I wouldn't order that on your vehicle because it could hold it up. So they're not compatible with each other. You can't get both of them together, but you could if you ordered them on Ford's website. Floor mats, first row, black with the city silver pony logo is $85. And those are from the factory. So you would get that. They'd be in your vehicle for you. And it looks like in here, note, available with the premium floor liners, front and rear, without the carpeted mats. So you can get those floor mats. So anyway, there you go. Cargo net kit. So this is also a dealer installed option. And right there it is. So that gives you a little net that you put back in the back of it to put things in. And again, dealer installed option, ship to the dealership, put it in your vehicle. Same way with the roadside assistance kit and the first aid kit and this cooler bag. Actually, all three of these down below, those are all things that are dealer installed options that would be shipped to the dealer and they'd put it in your vehicle. You can get it through Ford Accessories. There's no install on these. So that's how I would order it if I were you, and not take that chance of holding up your build. The more of those items you have on your vehicle, the more likely it is to kind of hold things up, right? So that's that option there. Now, there's a couple in here that did I miss it? There's a up above and the exterior options. There should be a spoiler delete. Did I go right over that? I did. This is showing spoiler delete on here as included. So spoiler delete, it's available on 100 or 101A, requires the Nite pony package. So if you want the Nite pony package and you don't want the spoiler, then you could add that rear spoiler delete for that package. Also, we do have the matte clear film. Didn't see that in here. Matte clear film, that's not available with a convertible and not available with the wheel and stripe package or the over-the-top stripe. So that's available on the 100 or 101A, but not on the convertible, of course. And that gives you a matte clear film on the vehicle. So if you want a matte finish, that's pretty cool. It's something they added late last year, and that's available. And then we have the over-the-top stripe. So there's a delete here. I think we must have selected something before, but you do have the over-the-top stripes. Why is that not shown as an option in here? Let's go back to that. So I want that. Does it not let me select that? I don't see the colors anymore. Let's go back to beginning because it was there. Maybe it's under paint. There we go. It's under the paint. Sorry. Learn how to use this myself. I thought I had it figured out. On the 100 or 101A, you can get the over-the-top racing stripe. Again, not available with the wheel and stripe package or with the matte clear film, and not available on the convertible. So it says the opacity fade accent stripe is also not available with the Mustang Nite pony package. So you have this different options for you, the over-the-top stripes. So you can go with the black option here. There you go. So you're going to see that it kind of fades. So you have the black. There you go. It looks like you have the race red right there. So it gives you race red accents with the black. And then you also do have this is the accent and then opacity fade stripe. You can kind of see how that fades as it comes forward. So a couple options for that over the top racing stripe, hood stripe, as well as it mentions here. And I don't see that listed anywhere else. So hood stripe does make you add the 19-inch low gloss painted pocket wheels, and then you can get that. So removes that other stripe. So there you go. So there's a couple options for you, and what those look like. There's your matte film right there to select that. Less side stripe if you want that. So there's some options there for you for this year, and I think that covers all the standard equipment. Oh, front license plate bracket. States that require front license plate it's standard equipment, but states like Kansas that it doesn't, it's optional equipment for you. So you'd have to put that in there, and it's a dealer would install that free of charge for you if you like to go that route. So okay, real quick, I did go over the wheel, the stripes and everything, but I do want to cover a couple things that I forgot. Editing, I realized, wait a minute, I forgot to go over what colors are available with what graphics and such. So on the over-the-top stripe that you can get as optional equipment on the fastback only, by the way, you do have the gloss gray, the semi-gloss black. That's option 85D, and that is available on your grabber blue, your shadow black, iconic silver, carbonized gray, vapor blue, the race red, Oxford white, and the new molten magenta metallic tricoat. So that color is available on that's available on those colors. Now, if you want to go with the matte black with the red accent, that is available on the grabber blue, shadow black, iconic silver, carbonized gray, vapor blue. It's also available on Oxford white. It is not available on the two reds. So that's the difference there. And then on the opacity fade, which is, oh, by the way, that matte black red accent, that is option 85X, by the way. And then opacity fade was option 85V as in Victor. That one is available in about all the colors except for shadow black. So it has grabber blue, iconic silver, carbonized gray, vapor blue, Oxford white, race red, and the molten magenta metallic tricoat. So that's the color options for the over-the-top stripe. Now, if you're looking at the wheel and stripe package with the hood stripes and the side stripes, you have two options for those stripes. You have the black step opacity fade, which is option 85R, I believe. There's also a 90D there for some reason. That one there is available on most colors with the exception of shadow black. So grabber blue, iconic silver, carbonized vapor blue, the Oxford white, race red, and molten magenta metallic tricoat. Not available shadow black though. And then also then you have this other one, gray scale opacity fade 85N. Also has a /90K. That is only available in the shadow black. So black doesn't get, just because you want the wheel and the stripe doesn't mean you're not going to get a black, but it's going to be a gray instead of a black. So on those stripes, just so you know, that's the difference. And I wanted to make sure that I clarified that since I missed it in editing. There you go. That's all that equipment. So standard and optional equipment. So hopefully this helps you out. If you're looking to put in a Mustang Ecoboost order for 2025 model year, order banks are open up. So here's a few ordering tips. First of all, if you want to order from us, we are doing invoice pricing on any ordered vehicle from us. So if you want to do that, invoice pricing. And if you do, our YouTube special is, we'll give you, if you finance with us, $1,000 off the MSRP, the invoice price, I should say, if you finance with us. So that can be used towards travel expenses if you want and everything like that, or you can just discount it and pay for your own travel expenses and shipping and everything else like that. So either way, that $1,000 can be used towards shipping it to your house if you'd like. So we just made it simple that way. That way it's just $1,000 off, and then you can figure out shipping and everything, picking it up, that kind of thing, or that route. So let's talk about some ordering tips for you. So if you're ordering with your local dealership, a lot of great local dealers and dealers out there in the country. We always say order local if you can. So if you're struggling or just want to order with us, then we're here to help you with your order. But here's some ordering tips for you. If you are ordering with a local dealership, just some things you don't want to be alarmed. If you're waiting, 3 months to get your Mustang in, and then it comes in and you get these things might come up. So here's some things you may want to ask those questions prior to placing that order or as you're placing that order. And one is, what are they going to price the vehicle? We mentioned invoice pricing for us. What are they going to price? Are they doing invoice? Are they doing MSRP? What are they going to price the vehicle? Ask those questions so ahead of time when that comes in that they're going to do that price. Also, while they're talking about that price, make sure they know about the price protection, which means that what price it is when you order the vehicle is the price that you're going to get. If that price goes up, if there's a price increase, Ford will reimburse the dealership back as long as the person that ordered the vehicle buys the vehicle. Then they'll reimburse back the dealer 45 to 60 days later. And they'll even adjust the invoice and show you that protected price when it was ordered. So it makes it real nice and easy for dealerships to go through and do that. So make sure they know about price protection. Also ask them what other dealer fees you're going to put on the vehicle. You know, we have a $495 dealer fee, so we're very transparent about that. That's what we put on. That's for tiling and everything. All that goes up to our business office upstairs to help pay for some things, processing, different things like that. Find out what dealers do for their dealer fee and any other fees they add. Some dealers will add a paint protected, or they'll add tent, or they'll add something to your vehicle as required and say that's required on all of our vehicles. Find that out ahead of time so you're not surprised when it comes in that they're going to add another $2,000 of different add-ons to your vehicle. So that's something to always to note as well. And any also incentive protect, just like the price protection. When you order the vehicle, it's called what they call the protect date for the incentives. So whatever incentives are when you order the vehicle is what you're going to be able to get through Smart Vincent. Or if they're better when it comes in, the sale date incentives, you can take those as well. So that's how that will work as well for your incentives. So make sure you have all those ducks in a row when you go to order that vehicle so you don't get any surprises. So hopefully that helped you out. And hopefully this video helped you out, find out exactly how you can order an Ecoboost trimmed 2025 Ford Mustang. Order banks are open up right now. You can place an order with us or with your local dealer. So hopefully this you find this of some value. If you did, smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Notification bells turned on as we go through these Mustang videos so you know exactly where your source is for those news and updates and videos right here on this YouTube channel. Until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you on that next video.